Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Dani Changg. So today what we're going to talk about is something that's on everybody's mind: quarantine and bae. How to maintain your relationship with bae and yourself during quarantine. So stay tuned. Whether you've decided to quarantine with bae or not, this time will really let you see where you guys are at in your relationship. So firstly, if you are quarantining with your bae, I think that's really nice. The fact that both of you feel like out of all the people you could quarantine with, you want to quarantine with each other, especially if you live separate but you decided to quarantine together. That's really sweet. It kind of shows that you guys are at that point in your relationship where you're who he wants to be with. He wants to make sure you're good and show you that he wants you safe and that he wants you taken care of during this unsure time. I think that also being together, if you don't usually live together, can also be a challenge, right? Even if you do live together, I'm sure you have a lot more challenges because you're usually not together 24 hours a day, especially if both of you are not working. What you can do during this time is to not take everything on. I just find it funny just to keep the peace, let some things go. I think right here I'm talking to the ladies. Let some things go during this time, okay? You guys have to spend all this time together. Let's let it be peaceful and nice and an enjoyable period. While I also understand that this is a good time to bring up things in the relationship or issues, if that's gonna be done, let it be done in a nice, constructive way and not in a way that's going to promote arguments or one person being in one room and someone being in the other room. So it's like, what's the point of quarantining together if that's the case, right? Another piece, try to do things that you both enjoy. Watching things you guys both like to watch, and then also having your separate time at the same time. I think it's fine for you guys to be quarantining together, but sometimes to be in separate rooms, doing separate things, because you still are gonna need that space from time to time. So on the flip side, if you are not quarantining with bae because either you guys don't live together or you guys decided for whatever reasons, could be health related, one of y'all could be at high risk, one of y'all could be still at work or in the healthcare industry, so you've decided to quarantine apart. There are still ways that you can show that you care during that time for both men and women. If you have to gear up and drop off some food, that's one way to show, I'm thinking of you. I care about you during this time. Even though I can't be with you, let me show you how I still am, right? Another way is just to call, and not just regular call. Okay, this is where I'm gonna be mixed up, okay? Not just regular call, but video call. Ladies, or even men, if they don't video call you the whole of the quarantine, and they are not working, even if they are working, but depending, if they're in the healthcare industry where they're working crazy hours, I understand, but especially if they're not working, chances are he's quarantining with someone else. Let's be real. I'm not trying to be mixed up. Well, I know I am being mixed up, but this is real talk, right? Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. Very little communication, not checking up on you to see if you're okay, barely calling you or calling you in the middle of the night, never video call. I'm sure you guys have all seen those memes, one where the guy was like, because he can't say nothing because his wife did that right beside him, right? So, and I'm saying this can be men or women, so I'm not trying to come for the man them, but keep your eyes open for that as well. And another piece I just wanted to talk about is that during this time, while it's great for those of you that have been able to really utilize this time and figure out something new that you wanted to do, or pick up a new skill, or just really go hard with something that you've been doing on the side, using this extra time to do that. If you're not, please know that that is okay. For you, being socially isolated might be so triggering for you. You could have already been struggling with issues of depression, anxiety, and this could really heighten it for you. Just getting out of this could be a victory for you, and that's fine. Or you could just need the break to relax, to breathe, to reconnect with your partner, to take care of your kids, whatever you gotta do. So You know, while I say, yes, definitely, we want to use this time wisely, but use it wisely for whatever you need during this time. Do you. Don't feel pressured that you have to do a million things and be so super productive. It's not a contest. You do what suits you best during this time, dependent on where you are at. And lastly, I just say, let's just be kind to one another. Let's just all not lose our cool. Don't lose your manners just because we're in quarantine, okay? You can still be nice to people while maintaining your social distance, all right? So I hope this was helpful to all of you guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And thank you so much for tuning in to Dani Changg.
Never thought I could be so unselfish, 'cause I gave you everything. Gave you all that I had, now you want someone else.
Yeah, no, but
it's like a soul's ready. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm here. Where are we going?